I would like to give some indication of what happens in the temple, because there's certain major red flags in the LDS endowment session that did not stand out to me until I had a baptism of fire experience. Would that be appropriate to share?
Sure.
Okay. So, like I said, I used to go to the temple every day, like 2 endowment sessions a day for months in a row. So in other words, it was minimum 4 or 5 hours of every single of my days, months in a row. I had read the Book of Mormon cover to cover 3 times already that year, as I was dealing with the divorce and trying to just triple down on my spiritual efforts to survive emotionally. Right. When I started going to the temple every day, boom, as I'm reading the Book of Mormon for the 4th time that year, all kinds of stuff is sticking out. It felt like a training montage from the Rocky movies saying, Jacob, you watching this? It was secret combinations as well as the covenants unto Lehi's descendants that were just sticking out and slapping me in the face. Now, I'm going to share some things that are specific with the LDS endowment that I think everybody who would consider themselves faithful LDS priesthood holder has to take seriously. The symbology of Adam and Eve being placed in the garden. They've now left their heavenly realm. Boom, this world created for them. And they're given instructions. The interaction between Lucifer and Adam and Eve. Here's some lessons. Adam is first approached by Lucifer, and Lucifer says, partake of this fruit. Adam says, I will not do it. Lucifer then goes to Eve to get her to participate, and he gives her a little bit more insight. This is how Father gained his knowledge. You're going to know the difference between good and evil, sadness and happiness, joy and pain. And Eve says, is there any other way for me to gain this knowledge? Lucifer responds, there is no other way. She partakes of the fruit, and of course was a violation of the instructions that she was given. Good, now go get Adam to partake, Lucifer tells her. Adam partakes of it. So now both of them partaking of the fruit. They're going to have to give an account for this. Shortly after they both took it, Lucifer presents himself again and says, good. Eve looks at Lucifer and says, I know you now. You're Lucifer, he who was kicked out of Father's presence for rebellion. Yes, your eyes are already beginning to be opened. And now this is now removed from the LDS temple endowment. Adam asks of Lucifer, what's that apron you have on? There's no other character in the entire LDS endowment session wearing an apron of any kind. Adam, what's that apron you have on? Lucifer responds, it is an emblem of my power and priesthoods, plural. I'm looking for Father to give me further instruction. Then you hear the voice of Father, Adam, Adam. And Lucifer says to Adam and Eve, quick, see that you are naked. Take some fig leaves, make you aprons. Father will see your nakedness. Hide. And so Adam and Eve, being bothered that Lucifer pointed out their nakedness, they follow Lucifer's instructions to put on aprons in order to hide from God. Let me give my own commentary. So that was pretty much word for word the endowment session that I went through hundreds and hundreds of times. Here's what sticks out now. What is that apron you have on? Adam asks. And Lucifer says, it is an emblem of my power and priesthoods. And then moments later, Lucifer says, quick, make an apron just like the one I told you represents my power and priesthoods in order to hide yourselves from Father. And every participant in the LDS endowment, the first piece of clothing that they put on in that ceremony is an apron fashioned after Lucifer's, because Lucifer told them to make it and wear it. And nobody ever bats an eye or asks a question why they're following the voice of Lucifer to dress themselves in an apron fashioned after his power and priesthood.